Oops! I wasn't recording Discord audio output. Time to restart.
Let's
Uh,
go. Welcome to the Nutt Brothers podcast. Today we're reviewing new Hearthstone cards for the murder in Castle Nathria.
Oh
this is
my
mainly for
goodness.
us to make fun of in
Best
like
flavor expansion. Oh
4
god.
years. Anyway, we were talking about this card. Kind of silly and wacky.
Side of Nathria. So let's just sum up all our points. Kai, you can go first.
I
Just
know first. I
yes.
could see playing the Null Rogue deck, and it wouldn't be the worst. And it could, if you're playing against a deck that actually has effective like weapon removal and/or minion removal, it could save the game because it's gonna be at like a 30 damage battle cry, and that's still really good, especially if your opponent's at 15 after your first weapon string.
That actually brings up a good point. There might be like OTKs. This card could be, maybe. I don't know.
That one doubtful
I
because you
doubt
have
it.
to draw it
But
and
come
then
on, it'd be kind of funny.
I mean, there definitely
it
will
would be
be.
funny.
I think that'd be good. I think the closer
Yeah,
you get to an OTK is like as it being run in Druid because you have like skill the next it's fucking
is that an
budget scheme.
idea? Is that an idea that I might need to make now?
What? Just
It's
Even worse,
possible.
APM druid?
oh
Anyway, I
god.
I thought that this card would be like more Drish, but kind of funny, but not
Yeah.
mage, So
Mhm.
goofy card, maybe
Yeah,
funny if
it's
you got a
interesting.
random gen. 'Cause
It's interesting.
10
3
damage.
stars!
I'm gonna give it two. I'm a little pessimistic. I don't think it'll make
Two and a
decks
half.
any better. And I don't think it'll be running. Okay, Kael'thas and Strider.
Didn't know this was a card.
Um, it's kind of inefficient
It
mana
is.
cheat for most classes. I think the classes that don't have much access to mana cheat, the kind of mine are like warrior, uh like paladin, and like I don't know, like those are and like hunter, I guess.
I mean, even Hunter has beast
He
mana
knows
cheat
hunter
now.
more, but like I don't think those classes will run it. And I
They will
haven't
not.
like I haven't seen anything really insane with this card. Because like all of them are like druid stuff.
Yeah.
Druid can already they don't like they could run this. I don't
It's
know.
just
But
also just a minion mana cheat is I think miles worse than spell mana cheat.
yeah, unless it's like super impactful, like turn 4
Yeah.
gigafit or something, like it's not that good.
I
Like
don't know. It could be funny with certain cards, but I don't have the foresight to predict what will be done. But it
it's like
could
Yeah.
be it could be like one of those cards where it's like there's just something people aren't thinking about that could
I mean,
hypothetically, let's say you get like a
hypothetically
god curve
for the
in
sake of the art.
I don't know, and you get it in volatile mage. Even then, it's just like it's a turn at most. It's a turn before your Kel'Thuzad would normally come out, or you
mhm.
can wait 2 extra turns to get the brand combo with it,
Oh
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
still
How
not
are
that
we
good.
how are we cheating out Tailfox before
That's the
turn
big
6,
question.
That's what I want.
It's like I don't know, like with Bran, it's kind of funny
Hmm.
because that you can get double battle credit any minion you want. Like it's not that good.
Comes down turn 9. It's pretty late.
It still comes in too late for Manchi to matter.
Yeah.
Or you because the decks like after like turn 5, decks are looking to close out the game or mana cheat more than you're mana cheating with
Hmm.
this card.
Yeah, but
So
not
like,
if you're Greek.
so it's like not that good. It's kind of like a win more card in Druid.
Definitely is. I think
But
I'm just thinking about this comparatively. It's like you get to mana cheat on I guess on 7 at the earliest, and then you don't win the game most likely.
there's also
Or
the
you can
Croesus
play.
of Elune.
Oh, true. There it is. Or you copy the stuff. I mean, even that's not. It's not that good.
It's not even like
Cause like you could just play Druid, and if you're mana cheating on 7, you're probably winning the game off that.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
probably 1 star. 0 stars?
I think
0
it's
star.
two.
I
I'm
don't know.
I'm putting it at 1.
I can't predict what this card.
Actually, yeah, I'll do one. I'll do one. I think one's way more.
One's reasonable.
It just doesn't feel like it has potential.
It just seems kind of weird. Okay, the attire of the Mad Duke. It's a way to make bad decks, and I've seen this before. Like, it's a really good way to allow bad decks to compete with combo decks.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
combo ruiner the card. But
And also just like value ruiner.
I'm honestly not.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems
It's
kind
like-
of annoying, but playing this on like a guff druid could be pretty funny.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can steal Guff, you can steal
Yeah.
Twig, you can steal Celestial Alignment, you can
Also-
steal Ice Block, you can steal Grey Sage Parrot, you can steal Carriol, you can
Probably feels
steal.
good against almost every class. Is warrior.
Yeah,
And
the
even
issue is,
then, it doesn't feel bad if depending on what warrior deck they're playing.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the issue is like good decks won't run this card,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they don't need it.
but like it gives bad decks a chance against good decks, which is interesting, I think.
Not a bad card. Probably. I mean, kind of reminds me of cards like Lotheb or something, where it's like
Yeah,
Disruption card.
gonna
Yeah.
interrupt whatever your opponent is doing.
yeah, it's like a weird mix of Lotheb and Dirty Rat that's more consistent.
I look forward to making like a tech warlock.
I think
there's a good amount of tech cards that have been printed recently, but it hasn't.
I'm
taken
gonna give
off.
this 2 stars just because I don't think it'll be very good, but I think in like good decks, but I think again like it'll be good in bad decks.
Yeah. I think my rating would be a 3. Yeah.
Renethal. It's already out. It's funny.
It's already out. It's not that good in a wild. Like it's fine.
But it's
That's
funny.
pretty fine.
It's really funny. But like usually it's not worth it.
I mean, yes. It
Yeah,
makes your
it's
decks
high.
less
The 40
engaging.
card thing is high
It's like-
bait.
Like the 40 cards is really bad.
Yeah.
Like it's really
No. I don't know what you're talking
Like
about.
maybe if you were able to put 3 copies of every card, it'd be
Yeah.
it'd be
Think about it.
playable.
I can put
But
more Murlocs in my
Murloc
chump.
Demon Hunter.
Like, I'd say it only has application in odd decks where most of your value comes from your hero power.
Yeah.
So like I think it's legitimately
Odd
right
Paladin with Renethal.
in like Odd Paladin. Like I
toxic.
think it's like legitimately correct to run Renethal on Odd Paladin because the quality of your cards doesn't matter because so many of them synergize with your hero power and you win that game by just pressing your button a whole bunch. Also, it's have you seen the Odd Warrior deck that runs this and its curve caps out at 3? It's just removal card. That's really funny.
Really funny.
Um,
That's hilarious.
But yeah, it's like even like Pain Warlock. Like the benefit this has, the one benefit this has is you can play Molten Giants at 20 health.
Mm-hmm.
That's like one of the main benefits.
Wait, really?
Like it's fine.
I mean,
I feel like
yes.
there's definitely synergy with Warlock just because of the 40 health thing.
Yeah. Well, it's
I
because
don't
like
know how good it is.
'cause,
It's
like-
hard for me to measure how good that is.
10 health doesn't make that much of a difference in aggro. Like it definitely makes some difference, but also like it's bad in like every other matchup.
It'll
That is an
slow
aggro.
down things that are
Yeah.
like exact OTKs that are based off of like your opponent has to have like 30 health or something.
I mean,
Yeah,
those aren't
I mean
that
those
good
aren't very
first
those aren't very good just because Druid
I mean,
exists
Yeah,
is the issue.
Yeah.
and like you can already get that accomplished with like having armor. Or
Yeah.
anything like that. Or just
No, yeah, it's like Druid has a bunch of armor for that.
being a priest or something.
And it's like it's cool that it's in the game, but there isn't much incentive to run a bunch of cards currently,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
aside from it just being fun. Like it's definitely a fun card.
It's probably
Yeah.
another
The,
3-star.
out
I'm
of
I'm
10.
giving it a lot of 3-stars.
I'm gonna say 2-star because I don't think any of the decks that actually run it are super good right now.
Yeah.
But I could see it in the future if there's more incentive to have a bigger deck in a while.
don't know
I
if
just
there
think it's
ever
funny.
will
I like this card.
No, it's
until we get like
definitely
another
cool. Like,
fatigue meta.
Especially
It's a
since
cool card though.
you
Yeah.
do not have to craft it.
no, I like. I think it's awesome that it's in the game. I just don't think it's very, from like a competitive standpoint. It's not very good.
Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
Holmes.
Speaking of not a very competitive card,
Card,
I thought
yeah.
this card was
What the
okay.
fuck do
Yeah,
things do?
same.
No, like, I thought this card was pretty okay because the clues basically you have to first guess. You get it's like choose
Which
from
card
three
was in their
cards.
hand?
Which card was in
Yeah.
their starting hand? Which card is in their hand, and which card is in their deck, and you get a
Yeah.
choice.
You get a choice from 3 for each of them, like 7
Yeah.
choices of 3. And it's like you have to get them all right to get all the cards.
Yeah,
You can't get only some of the cards, which is how I thought it.
that's what I thought it works as well. But like the
Which
fact that you have to get all the cards make it not very
makes
good.
it pretty
But
bad.
it is relevant because you will get it off of random relic effects in Wild pretty often. So like in like Shaman.
Yeah.
I give this a 2, maybe 1 star.
I give it 0 stars.
The only application it has is potentially an Odd Warrior when you're running Renathorl and Gorlak Ravagers already. And like you can sometimes get value, and that's a
It's
deck
still
that is you're really reaching for a win condition anyways.
Yeah.
So
But
like
also,
it's still not very good. I was gonna give it a
but then
1
you're
star.
just making the deck harder to
Okay,
play
we've
because you
spent
have to
too long on
rely on
Murloc Holmes.
Murloc Homes.
It's like yeah,
You have to
yeah.
think
Well, I mean,
about
you can
the actual Murloc Homes
like
value.
in that case, I mean, you already have the collateral brand. Yes,
Yeah.
Real.
it's
real.
fine.
No Murloc Homes. It's too slow.
It's
It's
too
funny,
slow for
but it's
Wild.
too slow.
What?
Too
Yeah.
slow for Wild. It's funny in Shutterwalk. That's about it.
It is.
Oh, yeah,
It's
I guess
funny
that
and
is true. Okay.
But Shutterwalk is freezing everything anyway. So
1
Mhm.
star.
Doesn't
one
really
star.
matter.
And Murloc comes 1 star. Friday Crasher.
Refreshing.
Another 1 star. It'll
It's
like
like
Dame is gonna run it in his like Falark's Boomzuka like and like
that one
Death Rattle
card.
Hunter deck.
Oblivion!
This
Oh my
card is just
goodness, with Oblivion, it's
kind of
frozen.
funny.
It's funny, but
It's funny.
it's
The
8
flavor's
mana.
great. It's 8 mana, yeah.
If it was like 6 or 7 mana, it'd be like okay, it'd be pretty good.
It'd be
Be
too good.
okay. But like
Yeah.
8 mana is way too
I-
it's
Yeah.
not playable.
Yeah. Like, nobody's gonna craft that. But
This card's really
Forgetting
bad.
what this is. It's pretty.
This is the worst infused card
oh,
in the set.
it's pretty shit.
The worst?
Yes, because you have to get value out of it. You have to have like decent statted minions die,
I
and then you're
just
playing a
realized if you
7
have
drop.
3 1-attack minions die, it's a 5.
Yes, it's a 5/5. Also, top taking it. It's a 7 mana 2/2. Also, it doesn't
Yeah.
even have taunt.
Wait, it doesn't even.
Doesn't have
Wait,
taunt or
it's
rush.
And
not.
it doesn't get
It's
health either?
Well,
no,
no, it gets
the
health.
Oh,
gain
oh,
stats equal to the attack.
Oh,
So
oh,
you
okay,
get like
okay.
+5/+5 if 5 attack minions died.
Yeah, yeah.
1 star.
It's really bad.
It's
Demolition
really
Renovator also really bad.
I see a future where it's a tech card because Rogue is running rampant, right?
Um,
I see a future, but at the same time, I'd still give it like 1.5, 2 stars.
I'm giving it 1 star. I think there's better ways to deal with if it is running rampant, which I don't think it will be.
I don't know.
But
It depends on the meta.
I don't think because it's always a negative manager.
It is.
All of the locations are less than 4 mana.
They're 3 or less.
It's a negative elixir trade.
Yeah, it is.
That's
And it's
all
also
that
like really bad in because like compared to like Galaka Crawler or something, Galaka Crawler isn't even like run, but like it's like
It's a 2 mana
premium
2/3.
stats. And this is not premium
Formerly
stats.
premium.
Like 4 mana 4/4 is really bad.
Mm-hmm.
1 star.
I'm gonna go 1 star. I don't think that's a tech card.
I'm gonna say 1.5.
Whoa.
Action Elemental.
This card sucks.
It's a bad. I could see it. It's better than Secret Tech against Mage.
Elemental Mage random gen?
Because like if you look at like the top Wild Legend decks, they're running Kez and Mystic.
Yeah.
counter Ice Block, and this is just better than Pessimistic because it's a 3-mana 2/4 deal 2 damage.
Is
Like,
it?
yeah.
It's like, because it's RNG.
Well,
I mean, I guess.
is it RNG? I mean, it's always just 2 damage.
It's
Oh, wait,
always
wait.
going to
Oh,
be 2
draws a
damage.
card next turn. Okay, wait, I
Yeah.
can't
So if
read, bro.
they-
I
yeah.
actually can't read.
Yeah.
Or
So,
Oh,
like,
if
okay,
they,
never mind. No, that's not
dude,
RNG
what
at
if
all.
they, what if
Yeah.
they
Okay,
have,
that can,
it's better.
yeah,
Like,
no,
it's just
that's way better.
what if
it's a
they
way
have
better.
rigged
Yeah,
fair
Ice
game?
Block deck.
Oh my god! Wow,
it's
fair game broken.
it's just a way like it'll be run and replacement of Pessimistic in Pirate Rogue decks,
Yeah.
but like because it's it's better. It does 2 damage to face, and like it's super good against Ice Block, but against and it's like pretty bad, but it's not like the worst thing ever. Otherwise,
2-star.
I'm gonna give it a 2. Yeah, just because it's like not gonna be run any other deck because you can't even like do combos with like collateral. It's on their turn.
Yeah. I'm not-
Whoa.
I don't know. I like rating cards that counter Ice Block higher.
I think it'd be 2 just because it won't be like a mainstay card,
Yeah, it won't. I mean, that
and I don't think that
3
like
doesn't have to be.
yeah. I think it's 2. I'm gonna give it 2. Famished Fool.
And while this sucks,
You can run it in Odd Paladin.
it's still pretty mid.
It's still pretty bad, but if you're running 40
But
cards Menethol, like you'll probably just put it in.
It's odd paladin.
I would not run this ever.
I would run this in Odd Paladin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
That's it though.
Paladin.
I'd give it a
if,
t-
I guess.
Give it a 2.
Yeah, you play maids. You don't play minions.
Now he's gonna start playing
True.
Volatile Mage, and then he puts those cards.
Then
in.
I-
That is
yeah, that's true.
okay.
Like this is like totally fine again with Odd Paladin.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like a full deck.
But only
It's
on
fine,
paladin.
but
I give it 2.
I give
Yeah.
it 0.
I rate it 2.
Fuck this card.
Seam Cleaner. This card's funny.
I hate.
It kills Kazaku-san treasures,
Yep.
which is actually like pretty. It could it probably won't have implication.
Kazakusan? I haven't seen a Kazakusan.
Kazaku-san Druid is like really not great, but in Wild. But it kills Cthulhu pieces, which is actually relevant.
Oh yeah, that's super relevant.
But even that, I don't think it's that good.
Yeah, I don't like this card. It scares me.
Fair.
It's really I don't think anyone's gonna play this card.
Yeah, I hope no one's gonna play
People, you will randomly get it in like mech decks.
Well, why would mechs do that? Because they're already like,
No, I'm saying like randomly created in a mech deck.
Well, yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but like, if it does get randomly created, it's just gonna like get rid of some of their cards too. So.
I mean,
It's only once in the deck.
it's like
It
turn
would just be
5.
like
It's like
their
turn
stuff and
5.
stuff.
It's
Yeah,
turn
yeah.
5.
If it's turn 5 and they're dropping this, they are losing.
Like they are killing you next turn. They don't care about
Yeah.
what's in their deck.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not super terrified of this card just because I don't think it'll see play.
They won't. Wait, is there anything we're forgetting?
I think it wants. Like what else? I was thinking about the new Warlock card, but I was like, there's no way it's that good, and even then you're playing a 5-mana card
Yeah.
in response to a 3-mana
It
card.
just completely.
So it's like,
if I'm playing my Casino Mage
counters Jade.
and they play this card, I'll just cry. I'll just start crying. I'll leave the game.
Yeah, dude, this card was created back in
Counters
2017.
Dead
bro.
Man's Hand.
Yeah, no, dude, Dead Man's Hand.
Despite Casino Mage. Me specifically, I think.
Are we missing any other created decks? Bomb Warrior.
Bomb
That is
Actually,
true. It's the Bomb Warrior
true.
counter.
Bomb Warrior counter. That's kind of big.
Get rid of all your bomb.
I don't.
Make Bomb Warriors. I think
Still
this card.
pretty bad.
I think this card.
Soul Shards.
Oh,
That's
true.
still pretty bad.
What else?
Listen, I think this card will be broken in duels.
What other card? Oh wait, Beast in Dire Frenzy Beast, and also Sharon,
Fucking
whatever.
Sharon, and like Sunken Saber.
Yeah.
Saber.
Okay, it's card Castle.
It's
1
so
star.
bad. Yeah.
2 stars.
This card, I'm just gonna say 1 star.
2
No
star.
one's playing a 4-mana 4/5.
2
Good
stars.
stats for the
Okay,
cost.
okay,
Good
I
stats
can
for the
see-
cost.
If you're playing like Reno Mage and you're running the location, because I think the location's fine.
Location's it's kind of
Yeah.
crazy, honestly.
Like I could see an Arena Mage, but also like not really. I'm gonna give it a 1.
2 stars with no justification.
Okay. Invitation Courier.
Card suck.
3-mana bow.
You play on curve, trade, and then you
Steel
steal it. And then you
Rogue
steal it
broken.
from
I
another.
mean, just no. Just think about that in duels with that one, the Nerubian Peddler. Oh my god.
I don't look at
Oh my god, it's broken.
Such a duel's head.
Okay. Crooked Cook.
Uh-huh.
Again, like the only place I could see this is
Good stats for the cost.
Death and Taxes Paladin off of
Yeah.
Called Arms.
I think that's accurate. I can't see it anywhere else. But will it be that good? Probably.
When people play 2-mana 1 for a draw card.
I just don't understand why you.
And
I mean-
Redfall Death and Taxes? Yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying in like
In a
Just in
30 card death one?
no,
Oh,
no,
you
just
saying
in any
general.
deck, just in general. Like I
I
don't.
think
No.
if you want draw, there are better cards.
Yeah, that's I think it'll be good in Death Tax because it can reliably get the 2 drop because it's really hard to kill their minions with all the shit that they have. And I think that's good enough for that deck. But aside from that, and even then, like they may not even run this card. So I'm gonna give it a 3,
2.
just because that deck is really good. But
I'm giving it a
I think it's pretty good. That deck.
2 star.
Stoneborn General. What the?
Okay, this card.
It's really good off of Smokescreen Rogue.
Yeah, it's really
'Cause
good
it's
on
like-
Smoke Screen.
It's like the best death rattle currently in the game, I believe, in Rogue at least.
Probably. And if you're really desperate, it's good when you're desperate by playing this deck.
But
a
are
Death
you-
Rattle Druid.
Yeah, like are you going to craft this and put this in your deck?
It's.
you know?
I mean, it's a
in
common.
Smokescreen Rogue.
I mean,
You
it
can-
is.
yeah,
a
you
common.
craft it and put it in.
You can get the turn 3 8/8
Yeah.
Oh,
You can get-
okay. Well, yeah, I guess that is true.
along with a bunch of other stuff. So it makes Smokescreen Rogue better, but also that deck is not great.
It's a roll.
True and
Like
real.
coin flip rogue. That's
Yeah,
a better name.
you can
for
cheat.
it.
It lets you cheese people.
2
Yeah.
stars.
Yeah.
Red herring.
Card's so bad. but
Also,
so
it's good.
bad.
Also, it's good with you can on-cut it. Okay.
That
So bad, so funny.
I
I
am going.
I
to
will
cry.
personally be running 1 copy in a Beast Hunter
it's fun.
because that's really funny.
Also, this
But
card,
it's
I'm gonna
not
give
that
2 star because it enables Smokescreen Rogue.
Yeah.
But that deck has been bad.
Damn,
Bog
this card
beast.
gets 1 star from
Yeah.
me.
Okay,
despite
I'm
me
just not. I
putting
don't
it
even
like
want to
that.
talk
Oh
about
my
this
God,
card.
it's a
We know.
Scooby-Doo villain. It's a Scooby-Doo
What do you mean?
villain.
It's 2. It has
We
plus 2
need
plus
to
4
talk about
over
it. We
Fen
need to
Creeper.
talk
It's
about it.
Okay,
insane power creep.
that's fair. Like this. It's interesting.
Not that good.
Is because especially if like. Yeah, it's interesting, but I think it being 6 mana is a little weird.
Okay. Only deck this will be playing is standard big Demon Hunter.
Honestly, just very mid stats for the cost. It's a 6 mana 6/6.
I think it can help big decks with not a lot of cheat in them, but those aren't very good.
Yeah.
On Boulder Creep or Boulder Fist Ogre. Honestly, it's
Boulder Creep.
Boulder Creep.
It's
Boulder
a 7/7.
Boulder Fist Ogre just it honestly just power creeps this card. So useless 0 stars.
I mean, if you have Rogue Dagger, it trades into Boulder Fist Ogre.
No.
It's great.
No.
I don't want to talk about this card.
Wait, what?
That
No,
card
hold
sucked.
on.
1 star.
So if you really want to look at this card, it's like, oh man,
But-
Christ,
But
yeah,
but you
okay.
summon off a pet collector.
Yeah, nope.
this card
Bad.
really. I mean, like, it's like direct damage and Odd Paladin, but like it's infuse 5, which is pretty easy to do, but also it's a really bad top deck.
It's bad. 1 star.
It's pretty bad.
I don't even think you're gonna run it out of palette. Oh, this costs
Uh,
2 more? Why is it 5
this deck
mana?
is really bad at 5 mana.
On a
I mean,
5 mana 5/5
I
nonetheless.
don't know if you're like running an only spell deck and you're like, I don't know, like
Only spell plus muck plumber.
yeah, and it's like randomly generated. It's like, oh no, what will that druid do now? Generate more mana.
I mean,
Oh, dude.
wait, does it troll alignment?
Celestial not really, because you can gain mana other ways, you know, and then you can play
Yeah.
around it.
Okay. It sucks. It's 5 mana. 5 mana is way too late to start.
Oh, Morbius,
Yeah.
Morbius.
I got Morbius. I think this card's pretty good in Murloc Shaman. That's about it.
It gets a more meta more.
That's
The
okay.
Morbius reference.
It's good in like Murloc Shaman, Murloc Paladin. Murloc Paladin's really a deck
I
right
mean,
now.
yeah, it's just a Murloc
Yeah.
card with lifesteal.
But it's like in Shaman, it's good because 0 mana Murlocs, they're already playing Tiny Fins in some lists because they can get value off the 2/3. I don't know, I forget what that card's
And
called.
since this is going to be in a Murloc deck already, the Infuse is just going to be very easy
Yeah.
to pull off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it.
I think it has a slot. I think
Yeah.
it has a
I
slot.
give this like a.
I don't think it's gonna go. I don't think it's gonna replace Tiny Fin. Tiny
Yeah.
Fin will actually activate on turn 2.
Yeah.
But
I think
yeah,
it's like
it
a.
has a
I
slot.
think I'm gonna give it a 2-star because
I'm
I think
gonna
it could. It
give this
definitely could
a
go in,
3-star.
but I'm not sure if it does because they're Murloc was already super tight already. I give it a 2-star.
Bad.
It's like it's like Serenite Chain Gang.
Horrible stats for the cost.
But you have to play Secret and then have
Actually,
you
enough
have
go
to
up.
play Secret.
So it's only useful on Ice Block. Which, I mean, look, if you
Actually,
really
they'd
want
be
to play a
awesome.
Highlander mage with this card in it, I guess you can.
If you're playing Renethal Secret Mage, then
You probably, yeah. Renethal Secret Highlander mage. Actually,
that's
gotta
about
combine
it.
all of them.
Frenzy Death. This card's been more and more interesting. As a potential card that you put in a deck in Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Because the effect is like super unique and it also comes down relatively early.
It does.
I'm gonna give it a 2. Because like I could see it popping up I don't know where. Like this effect has potential to just like shut down a turn.
I will also give it a 2. I remember when I first saw this card, I was like, it's gonna be like the 2 mana card that does
Maybe-
it for spells.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
just
Slightly
like
worse.
minions.
But now every time I saw this card played a little bit in Theory Craft streams, and I was like, oh my, it did nothing. It actually did 0. It did
Yeah.
0 things.
And like that's I think it like definitely depends on where it's played.
1.5 stars.
But like it has
Feels like
potential,
that's
absolutely. Especially in like Shudderwalk Shaman. And when you're just trying to delay until turn 6 so you can start playing elementals.
Yeah.
1.5 stars.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's what I say.
That's I'm gonna say 2.
2
But yeah, I would not be surprised if it had not seen
stuff.
I don't want to talk about this card. It's weird because you don't have to pay mana technically, but also you're running this mini in your deck, which can be summoned.
Yep.
It can summon itself, so it's bad.
That's kind of
1 star.
goofy. Yeah.
Creepy painting. 1 star.
0 stars.
I could see some funny things go down with that.
Anonymous informant. Ew.
That's just
2 stars.
I'm making it 2 stars. It'll be running
Yeah.
Seeker Mage. Seeker Mage is really bad because the issue with it is it doesn't have a 1-drop. This is not a 1-drop.
Mhm.
It'll
What do
slightly
you mean,
speed up
Cabal
Seeker
Lackey?
Mage. But like even then, like I'm not even sure if it's worth a run. I'll say 2 stars because it can be.
Yeah.
Recently deceased.
Garbage.
It's really good in my Taunt Warrior deck,
That's great.
but that's it. So I'm gonna
Great that
give it
you're
a 1
playing
star.
Taunt Warrior.
I'm gonna give it a 1 star.
2 mana
When-
4/5. 2 mana 4/5 with taunt. It's crazy.
Like well, you get the infuse off by turn 5 in that deck, but that's about it. I don't think it's very good.
Yeah.
Does not seem very good. But who
Not,
knows?
not good at all. Okay,
10
you're not.
stars.
You're not hard running this. I just
10 stars.
died.
Yeah, I am.
1 star. This is also 1 star.
You
I'll just
cannot
This is
make me
also
not run
sorry,
volatile
because
Two
stone.
the wild.
stars, because it'll
There's
be
so many
funny.
bad. There's so many bad
There's
secrets
so
in the
just
wild.
high roll.
It's 1 star. It's 1 star.
Look,
It's 1 star. It's
people just need to
Skill
learn how to high roll, man.
1 star. Maze God.
5 stars
Volatile
5
skeletons.
years ago.
Yeah, no. Like Gavin was like, if put the 2016 card, bro. If this was in 2016, that'd be nuts. Every
would.
single like board-based deck would run this card.
Dude, tempo, mid-range, it'd be
Yeah.
Evolve Shaman, mid-range
no.
Evolve Shaman with that card that's broken. What? Okay,
Funny,
We're
okay.
seeing
not
Gargoyle.
good, probably,
I'm done
but
living in the past now.
it still may be.
Garbage.
Okay, that's shit.
Treasure Staff. I could like my first
Better
initial
than
thought was
garbage.
like,
2.5 stars.
it's pretty garbage.
It's
What deck is
eh.
using this?
I don't know. I think
Like-
it's better than garbage.
Like
though.
my
I
turn
think
one
it'll
play is
find
a
deck.
1/2. Give friendly
Oh
means
wait,
hand
no,
plus
this
some
is
help.
for wild. Never mind.
Yeah.
No, never mind. Never mind.
Mine that's like my turn one play is coining out 2 1-drops, summoning patches for my deck, a 2-drop for my hand.
Yeah. That's
Since-
Stone
My
Since I'm set up,
my
like
turn
okay.
2 play is
I
equipping
mean-
a weapon and then dropping 3/3/3.
Yeah,
Okay.
Since
Stone
Okay.
Totem.
like if
Infinitely
people
scaling totem?
people
Bro,
play like there
crazy.
are actually some incentives to run a totem shaman that isn't even or odd
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
totemic reflections and ISO is actually pretty good, but there needs to be if there were like 2 totem 1-drops, I could see it. But like there's only one. So like it's not worth it right
It
now.
is a totem, so it's not awful, but it's not like amazing either. I think it's just
It could be a 2 it could be a 2/6 on turn 1, but
that's crazy.
okay. I'm gonna oh yeah, so 1/1/1/1 for now.
I say
Okay, let's go up to Demon Hunter.
Okay.
Let's do the relic package. Jack, do you know what relics do?
Sort of. Isn't it like you put it on the board and then once per turn you can like
Oh no, no, no,
No,
that's
locations.
locations.
Relics.
Oh, what's a relic then?
Their number goes up with the number of relics you've played.
So if you play one relic spell, it'll upgrade all your future relic spells.
Yeah.
Like relic
Oh,
extinction will do
so
2
that's
damage and
these
3
are-
damage and 4 damage. So it'll summon 2 2/2s and 2 3/3s and 3 4
Okay.
4s.
Okay,
4
and then
4s. And then draw.
and so
and
there's
produce
3
the concept.
relics here, right? Okay.
There's
Yeah,
3
so
relics
3
here. There's a relic vault, which casts Bison, and there's this guy.
Okay.
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 Relic of Dimensions is super. I think it's a really good card, and I think
we
Relic
have
of
to go one by one, Makari.
Okay.
Well, we're doing the Relic package.
We kind of have to do the relic
okay.
package platforms
Yeah.
because they're kind of the same.
And to cover Artificer, you gotta cover the relics.
Okay. Relic of Dimensions. I think all the relics are bad and wild.
Yeah,
I think Relic of
probably.
Dimensions is good and wild. Relic of Extinction is playable. Relic of Phantasms is really bad, though.
I think they're just all really bad.
Dimensions could be funny in some scenarios, but it's not gonna like. I don't know. It'll be fine. Nothing special.
I wish it was better, but like, it's really not great. Like, it's playable, but like, it's not like a relevant deck at all because you do have access to like fell removal, and like it's fine. But like, I just think Zymox.
I think it could go up to tier 4.
Okay,
I think
right.
Zymox is okay. It's not like an amazing card, but it's not that bad either.
What so
Fuse 5 is not that hard to get off.
for Skull of Gul'dan, like it's just, I'm just comparing that to Relic of Dimensions.
I think it's Relic of Dimensions is easily better if you're running a Relic deck, though. But that's kind of obvious. Like,
but it's like, how much do you want to commit to that?
I think
I would just
running a
compare
Relic
the to a similar power level, I guess, and be like, it's like this is like definitely like better at least, but how much better?
that is a good question.
I don't know.
Relic of Phantasms is honest. It's ruining it for me. Like I'm gonna play a little bit of this, but like I feel like Relic Extinction has a lot of power behind it just because it scales pretty quickly and
Yeah.
efficient removal for 2 pretty quickly. Relic of Dimensions, it does become better than Scoldon, as we said, and then it's like, the question is what deck you build around it.
Yeah. And that's the issue, because it's like, the
But
infuse on
at the
Artificial
same
Zymox
time,
in Wild seems really weird.
that's fair. I think, but I also think at the same time, the thing about relics is that you can fit them in a lot of archetypes.
But I guess then the question is, how many viable Demon Hunter archetypes are there in Wilds?
I guess you can
Yeah,
just
that's that's a fair question.
like you can kind of just shove a relic package into a deck, but
it's
is it
it's
worth it?
it's you can't do it in any deck because it's like super
You
mana.
can't do it in
It's super
every deck.
expensive.
It is, yeah, it's expensive, but I mean, I listen. If I were playing Demon Hunter, this would not be my choice of.
I wouldn't call it that.
I wouldn't run these cards.
I don't know. I wish there were fell spells. If there were fell spells, this archetype would be
I'm
really good.
surprised
Wow.
Relic of
Actually, yeah,
Phantasm is
Relic
not a
of
fail
Phantasm.
spell.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
They'd be super good. I think like they originally were, and it was too strong with Jace. But if they're fell spells,
How many raids?
it'd be super good.
Actually,
But
yeah.
they're not.
Okay.
I don't think they sell it. I think I rate the whole package. Besides, I rate Relic Phantasms like 1 star. I rate the rest of relics like 4 star, and then Artificer like 2 star.
I'd say they're all as a collective.
I'm gonna say 1 star. I'm a pessimist. I want it to be good because I like the set of Demon Hunter. Star.
I just don't think this is good. All right.
Crixus the Voracious is way too slow for a
Honestly,
while.
yeah,
I thought it was
is
good.
slow for a while, yeah.
I don't.
Because Death Rattle Demon Hunter itself is too slow, and then just
Because
adding
it doesn't have
7/7
1-drops.
to it is
But
not
what
gonna
if you got it off of a
work.
random summon?
Well, I mean, like the point is like there are many ways to cheat this onto the board without triggering the battle cry. But even then, it's just like not. It's not fresh. Doesn't have taunt. Doesn't have anything. It's just 7/7. Draws you cards, but draws you cards slowly. They can just the opposing deck can just not kill it.
Power creeped Octo, sorry.
It's okay.
Right.
Sinful brand.
Garbage.
I think it's pretty bad.
0 stars. Unplayable. Mark MC KC tier.
It's like it makes Token Demon Hunter better, but like
not by a lot.
Token Demon Hunter is bad. Okay. Dispose of evidence, magnifying glaive. I think these cards are insane. But actually, let me pull up the deck. Let me pull up the deck. Just for reference. Like I was putting these cards in a deck, right? And I was like, okay, I said with Odd Demon Hunter, I was like, Odd Demon Hunter's kind of awkward sometimes. What if you just make Omega Aggro Demon Hunter where you're running Wavered Sage to get crazy early game starts? You have patches in here, you can shuffle patches back into your deck with Dispose of Evidence. But Dispose of Evidence is a 0-mana attack buff spell, which synergizes with Lowly Squire, Battle Fiend, and Vicious Slither Spear because it's a spell, and Battle Worn Vanguard at 0 mana. And then you just have just power draw in your deck and just kill your opponent on turn 4 or 5. Like
I can see it working. I can also see it falling flat on its face by not hitting one of its 3 card draw cards.
Well, I mean that's the thing. Like with aggro decks, because the games are so fast, it's like easy to climb even if you're falling at your face part of the time. Like you have the explosive starts that are you can have explosive starts that just let you just scam people.
I think it'd be fine. I don't think it'd be amazing. I don't think the explosive start is even that explosive.
I think you can the fact that you can put enough stats you can
pirate.
You can definitely contest with pirate with this deck, especially because they're running Beaming Sidekick and a 2-mana 4/4.
I feel like you can. I feel like okay. I'm just thinking because I'm thinking of this deck's potential turn 2, turn 3 pop off turns versus like a Pyro Rogues, and it doesn't feel comparable either because of Ship's Cannon or the weapon into like dropping 3/3s for free.
Well, I think it definitely depends on the coin that matchup. I'll say that.
That is also true.
true. But I'll just say that like drawing
I feel like
magnifying glaive or voracious reader is just completely ridiculous in this
I
deck.
feel like it's not bad, but I don't know
I think it's better than
how
Odd
good it
Demon
is.
Hunter.
Yeah, no, it is. Odd Demon Hunter
No, I think it's
kind of
better
a
than
joke sometimes.
it's better than Odd Demon Hunter. It has a more consistent start than Odd Demon Hunter. You're not running any clunky cards. So I think like a deck similar to this, doesn't have to be exactly like this, will be the new way that Wild Agri Demon Hunter is built
Probably.
because of Magnifying Glaive.
Yeah.
All right. Back two cards.
I feel like
Yeah, I don't know. It's solid. I think. Not gonna be bad
I think it's
I
good.
put that.
after you use your attack.
I put dispose in I like magnifying it like
Could be
4.
kind of
It's alright.
tempo-ish, maybe.
I think it's solid.
Yeah.
For a Demon Hunter deck, I think it's a good Demon.
Yeah.
Demon Hunter isn't great. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know how to rate Cicely.
Okay.
I feel like it's so bad, but I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like it has to be good.
Well, there's the Dane deck where they
Has to
run
be good.
Nightshade Blood. They run like okay. I'm not gonna talk about that deck. I think it's two. I think it's 1 star. Frankly, I think it's not like bad, but it does everything worse than what Drew does right now. Like, would you rather place a Cecily on tournament, or would you rather play Celestial Alignment on tournament? Let's just put it that way.
I
Let's
just
go
don't
Lion,
see
yeah.
the point in running that card, honestly. But
As I said, I think it's bad. I don't know why, but something about it makes me feel like I'm missing something. I feel like there's something insane you can do with this card,
there
and
might
I'm
be.
just missing it.
But
But I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know.
the
Same thing with Topia or the Shrubber Gazor. Like it doesn't. It's like I'm gonna rate it a 3 just because it'll be run. I'm gonna rate it 4 just because it'll be run.
I mean, actually, that's not. It's
Mhm.
not the worst thing ever.
Well, it'll be running Druid, but it won't make Druid that bad. But it'll make it better. But like Druid is already so
Not
good,
that much better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not gonna do a lot.
it's
Okay.
not gonna like do much.
Couldn't
Can look the
vote
spirits.
Funny
1 star.
card.
No. Like no,
Funny.
Druid cards are so bad at Wild. Like they're so
Yeah.
bad at
Yeah,
Wild.
sure.
There's
But I
so
still
many
think
worthless 1 and 2
You have
0
so
cost
many.
spells.
You have so
Funny.
many 1, 2, and 3 cards, and then you just have like just completely just game losing cards.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I think
Like
this
the one that
shitty.
uses like turns all your mana crystals into treants is just so the you have discard your
I'm
hand.
over by that card.
Oh yeah,
Disc-
Astral Communion.
As a communion, you have Tree of Life in some cases that
Okay,
like
but getting this off of Yogg, crazy.
okay,
True.
Bloom
Extra young.
Seedsman 2 stars because the good Druid decks will be running Vargoth.
Yep.
True.
Any other Druid deck that isn't running Vargoth is like worse.
I still.
I'm gonna go 1 star. I'm gonna go 1 star.
Isn't Biggin a nature spell?
2 because it's funny.
I don't know. It's funny, but also it's 4 costs, so you're pulling it off of Oaken Summons.
Yeah.
So like it's literally a detriment being in your deck.
Okay.
So, Nightshade Bud is actually interesting because you can run
talking about
what?
Widow Bloom Seed.
I mean that's what we just said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nightshade Bud. It's actually interesting because Dane has a deck that's Giselle, like Malagos, Geppetto. And it's interesting because it runs It's like, then the end, like Coon and Aviana.
Yeah. I get the idea behind it.
And it's like tutoring minions out. I think it's good for a Malagos deck. I don't think Malagos deck's the best way to build Druid right now. I'm thinking for the 2.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't tell if my brain's getting corrupted. Because right now, I think I unironically believe my Cthulhu deck's good. I don't know why it has a 60% win rate. I'm playing.
It's like Nightshade Bud. Like it's not like it's gonna be 8 mana. You're gonna have like 6 mana left because you're playing Guff.
Okay.
But like,
true.
but
Nightshade Bud.
It feels like it's not the payoff. What are you pulling? What are you pulling? You're pulling a mini. I'm thinking, right?
You're playing it. You're playing it to get Aviana.
Yeah. And then do
Probably not bad, but you know.
That's what I'm saying. 2-star. Like I think it'll be good at Malagas Druid, but that's about it.
yeah, I don't see that being like the old days of
Hedgemas.
Malagas Druid, you know?
I'm gonna give it 2-star because I think it does make that archetype
Oh yeah,
playable
2-star.
because you can ramp up to 9 mana ridiculously fast. Heads
I just
maze.
think whenever I think of Malagas Druid,
I
I
think
feel like it has to be really good to be good at all.
Well, it got the spell, the deal 1 damage twice spell, which has
That's
made the
true.
damage output way more consistent.
Yeah.
Heads
Ooh.
maze.
Hedgemas.
I don't want to talk to Egg Druid, bro. No.
Death
That's
Rattle in
Mid.
Druid.
I'm gonna Heads Mage, Deathbloom, Womper, Cecily are 1-star. They're way too standardy. I think it's a pretty decent standard
It's a
deck,
solid standard deck, yeah.
but like, wow, it's not not good enough.
It's barely playable.
Plotison, I'm gonna give it 2 stars because it's good in my deck, but that deck is not very good.
Deck's
In
broken. You're
this
gonna get
period.
to rank 1 the Wild Legend with it. Honestly, you know, it's a treant token card. That's what it is at the end of the day. There's
Yeah.
only so much you can do with it.
Yeah, I think that making your board tall matters.
3 mana 10/10.
I'll give it a
Especially
2.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with 2 because I think it's good in that deck, but I don't think that deck is very good.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Blossom, Womper.
Natural Cause Planet Evidence 1-star, not effective in spells.
That is, yep.
They're
Wait,
pretty
what was the
bad.
other one? Planted
Planet
Evidence?
Evidence.
Oh. I mean, that's not gonna be
That's
bad.
that's standard
Druid
nature
has
study.
so many good spells.
If you want to run
Yeah.
that card, why are you not just running nature
There's so many
studies? That's
so many
That's
good
true.
spells that they'd rather run in their deck.
and
Is what I
also
meant to
that.
say.
Yeah.
This is not worth a card
I
slot
mean,
in there.
getting it off of like a discovered spell or something will be.
Like it's yeah.
But
Um,
I don't know. Maybe some people will run it.
Instant Ultimore is so bad.
yeah, how's that also 1-star? Just completely terrible. It's not a beast, you can't discount it in the beast deck. It's
Yep.
you have to pay 7 mana and not gonna be worth running.
What are the Gargon companions?
They are
Huge
animal
animal companions.
companion.
Wait, what?
They're
They're
animal
the-
companions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's literally Leok Huffer, Misha named
Like
differently.
if you infuse 4, doable, maybe. Infuse 8, how are you infusing 8? Like please
Why
when
would
are
you
you infusing
infuse
8?
8?
Please.
Like, okay, I think it's I think it's definitely
No.
doable.
It's
like
doable if it's in your
And it's
hand
in your
like
hand.
pre
it's like the
turn
summon.
5.
It's like
I think it's pretty good.
what's that one card with the hounds? You know?
Unleash the house.
Yeah, it's Unleash the Hounds. Boom.
Yeah, no, this would be
Yeah,
really
like-
good in Old Doom Quest Hunter. Like this would go insane in that deck.
That is yeah,
downright broken in that.
Like
deck.
if it was printed when that deck was around, like Locust Swarm, Hunts, like that's actually nuts. That'd be really insane in standard 2019.
Okay, so wait, I
God,
need
that was
some
2019.
explanation on what wild seeds are.
Oh, I don't want to
Personal website.
just. There's a picture of them,
Oh, there's a picture of
What?
them? Okay.
and well, no, there's a picture of them in the server. And I'm just
Oh, well, anyways, it chooses, there's 3 of them. There's one, they all start dormant, right? And one wakes up after 1 turn, and it's a 3/1 rush. One wakes up after 2 turns, and it's a 2/5 taunt. And the last one wakes up after 3 turns, and it's a 5/4 that equips
yeah,
you with a
here's my
4/2 weapon.
screenshot from the Regis video.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
This.
okay.
There's
Yeah,
this one.
seems.
I think Spirit Poacher in particular is a solid card. Oh, we're not really. Are we covering the whole Wild Seed package?
Yeah, let's just see the whole
Yeah.
Wild Seed. I'm a datter. I'm a serious datter for Wild.
Yeah,
I think Spirit
honestly.
Poacher is good.
It's
I think
so,
I don't
It just feels so
think-
slow for Hunter. Like, I don't know.
don't feel like it's that slow.
You think?
Oh,
Like
I
at
mean,
all.
I just think board space matters, especially because you're running especially because there's Tundra Rhino Colossus combos you're doing in Copper Hunter, which is the best hunter deck. I don't think
Yeah.
any of those would be in that deck because
I
you're
don't
not gonna be oh, I can't charge my beast in because there's a dormant bear on my board.
I just think that dormant for 3 turns is kind of long.
Yeah, that's what I was like. It's such a low roll to get the elk in wild
It
that
is
Yeah.
you play it. If you low roll, it's a 1 of 3 to just have a 2-minute and you die at
Well,
Pirate Road on turn
that's also
4.
part of why I don't think any of the
I don't
ones
know.
that cost more than 2 mana are kind of play.
I think
playable.
Wild
Spirit Poacher
Spirits.
is kind of just
I think
Wild Spirit's
is the
fine.
best one in my opinion.
What is that? The
I
one
don't
cost
know about it
or the
because like
what
Some
is
of 2
it?
different Dormant Wild Seas.
it's
Oh,
two
oh,
two
oh.
different and it advances them by 1.
Because like you're way more likely to get the rush, and also if you get the bear, it becomes a tonic card, which is like fine.
That's like
The
an
rush
LOR type
is
card.
instant.
That
Yeah,
reminds me of
I
It
still don't
is
think I don't
very
think any of them
much.
are. I'm a serious doubter for a while. I don't think these cards are playable in a while.
Yeah, I just like that Spirit Pitcher can come down on 2, be
I
2
think
2, also reap huge benefits off the
I think you run them in
Palisade.
Reno Hunter. I don't think Reno Hunter is a good deck.
so true. All right,
I'll say that.
Green Hunter is always kind of mid.
I'm gonna give it 1
collateral.
star.
I'm gonna get most of them 1 side. Spirit Pitcher is like 2 or 3.
Collateral damage deals 6 damage to 3 random
It's a 1 star. It's 8-mana hunter
Yeah.
spell. Like I mean, I'm gonna people. No, people are gonna play this card.
Mhm.
Like you're gonna be queued up against
You're
like
gonna lose games to
Renethal
this card.
Hunter, right? They're gonna be having collateral damage in their hand, and they're gonna kill you. It's not good, but it's gonna cheese games when they get 1 star.
hmm
Castle Kennels is not good enough in the beast deck. There's too few slots.
It's really
Okay, Stoneman Gargan. I've changed my mind about this card in the
cleave.
Copper Hunter.
hmm
Because you can give it poisonous because they run the 0 mana give me poisonous.
Serpent Bloom.
Yeah, and like you can discount it with the harpoon and poisonous 3 minions, which is pretty
2
valuable.
mana.
Plus,
Which
infuse 3 is
Yeah.
not all that hard.
It'll
well,
like
especially in that
die
deck. Like
as
you can
well.
like being able to cleave through. Like if you think about how good like
Do they have space though?
Flurgle. I think you could definitely they could like I don't maybe it's just a one of they could take out one of the snakes, the 5/4 snakes. These
the constrictors.
yeah, because they run 2 of those.
Yeah.
Like
Honestly,
it's super strong with poison because like if you think of like how strong Flurgle Tox is and like the turn 4 board clear for Murloc,
Mhm.
the Murloc Gigafin combo, like a board clears for less than 5 mana are really good.
literally just power creep bunny.
Dark Moon Rabbit.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, Frenzied Fangs. I think it's a good card, but I don't think that deck has enough space for them.
I think
So,
yeah. Also, okay, for Batty Guest, I like that card just because of it is basically just infused fuel. It does not seem
it's a
Yeah.
one. It will not be red in copper.
It's
So yeah, so Stonebound Gargan.
standard one
Four
drop.
Stonebound
Broken
Gargan,
standard
4
one
star.
drop.
4 star. I'm gonna say 4 stars. Frenzied Fang, 1 stars. Batty Guest. I'm gonna give 1 star.
I'd
I'm
say
gonna
also
one.
2 for
Batty, because Batty Guest, you're not gonna run it in any hunter that isn't a hunter. I feel like, and it's because if you look at what hunter's doing right now, it's combo beast focus. Batty Guest is not a beast,
It is not.
so it's not very good.
You guys wanna play a game of Battlegrounds while we continue the
No, we're on Mage, Jack.
Oh shit, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got
my bad.
try, bro.
Kel'Thuzad 10 out of 10. I think that's all we need to say. I will be OTKing everybody with this card.
And while it's 2, because it makes a deck. That's it.
Yeah.
It makes a bad deck.
Sorry, I'm too sorry.
Very goofy card.
Oh, Ryan Mansion Manager. It's a really bad. Like a Ryan Mansion Manager.
That pissed me off
really
so
bad.
much. I
So
just
bad.
don't stop printing secret support. I don't care. I don't
Ratio.
Stop printing a secret every expansion. Oh,
Yes,
God.
I don't
There's
want
too many mage secrets. I don't want to
secrets
play around all
anymore.
16.
Like, it hardly even fits with like
Orion goes in secret mage in the 40 card version.
Yeah, the secret Reddit Highlander
it definitely has a place in secret mage. I just don't want to play secret mage anymore.
I want to make that deck. That deck seems really
Vengeful
funny.
Visage is a card that people are going to run for no reason, and you're going to get trolled by it for no reason.
Yes,
I think Orion Mansion Manager is 2 star, Vengeful Visage 1 star.
Definitely. Actually, I'm gonna give Orion 1.5 just because I'm.
Just because you don't like, just because you're mad.
Yeah, I'm upset that they print that. Solid Alibi, funny
It's a really
card.
It's
bad
I
card.
like that card.
worse ice block in every
It is,
way.
yes,
But
it
at
is.
the same time,
It is.
Car-
not
what good
bad.
deck is gonna run that? Questmage doesn't run that because if Questmage draws like an ice block, solid alibi in their opening hand, they lose the game immediately.
Where actually I'm going to run this in all of my
Like it's
Counterpoint,
good.
just don't have that in your opening hand.
Also, no,
Like
counterpoint,
no,
counterpoint flavor, insane flavor.
it's like the best is like the best flavor in the game.
Dude,
I'll say
it's a
really fun.
solid alibi.
Because he's frozen to his chair. It's a solid alibi.
Like I couldn't have done it. I was frozen to my chair.
I like how he's a little grinning pillow next to him, like
Yeah.
the goblin
Goblin
pillow.
pillow.
Like I think it's funny, but like it's
Epic
also like a
goblin.
dead card after your ice block is procced.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Listen, I think this will be insane in duels because of the frost tag. It'll be able to summon the water elemental.
Counter the Castle Nathria's
Here's the
counter.
reality of this card. The reality of this card is I'm gonna revive the Vargoth draw TK. That's the reality.
Like it's really funny for really not great
it can
combos.
just like slow your enemy down.
That's it.
It's not.
But yeah, but if you need more than two ice blocks to slow your enemy down, your deck is really
You're not
bad.
falling for anything
Listen,
at
Ellis.
that point.
Actually, ice block isn't in duels, so
That is true.
Yeah, this is not duels
solid
review.
alibi.
This is not duels review.
It's the duels ice block.
Duels
Literally.
review.
Okay.
Watch as they ban
sick.
it.
Yeah, it's just 1 star. It's like
Yeah.
Death 4 and
No,
1 star.
Two stars.
Death 4 and 1 star.
That 4-1 is the 1 star card I've ever seen in my life.
I'm
bro.
obliged to run this.
Yeah, I mean you do have to run a volatile skeleton.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
But
goes
it's still 1 star.
This card is 3
Three.
stars. This card is 3
Three
stars.
stars, yeah.
Actually not
Easily
bad at
3
all.
stars. It is
No, and not
really good location.
like you're not gonna, and it's gonna be run mostly in not volatile skeleton decks.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably the worst part, but yeah. I mean, once again, I'm just
Uses
looking
a
at this
minion,
card
creates
and
a
I
2/2.
see
It deals 2.
duels
Oh my-
potential, because of the freeze solid
Mhm.
passive where it's like deal double damage to something.
Yeah, okay.
frozen. It's
Uh-huh,
crazy.
okay.
It's insane.
Kind of wild.
Suspicious alchemy.
I'm not talking about the 1 star. We're
Not
talking
good and
about the 1 star.
wild. There's too many bad mage.
It's like, okay, Shiny Bartender I didn't realize it hit face.
Yeah, no. I saw this card. I was like, oh my.
Like this card's like 3
I
stars.
hate
like it's one of the best cards in Secret Mage, but
That's
Secret
not
Mage isn't
bad at
very
all.
good.
Yep.
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
3
but
stars.
you are forced to play Secret Mage, so
Perma-consecration.
you're not having fun.
Like
Perma
it's
Arcane
really,
Flak
it's
Mage.
really. I thought it was just like bored. I was like, oh, it's worse, so I can't Flak Mage. But like it hits face every turn.
I don't like the fact. Oh wait, it's at the end of your. Okay.
Yeah, every turn.
Because I was about to mention that it was a 4 cost.
No, like, at the end of your like that's like
That's not bad.
That's value.
it's a star about time I both
No,
kills.
fuck you. No, that's a great.
Frozen Touch is broken. Okay, try.
It's a 1 star. Okay, Paladin.
I couldn't keep a
Where's the
straight
flavor?
face
Where's
saying
the
that. That was
flavor?
horrible.
It
For what?
doesn't freeze. Where's the fucking flavor?
You know
See,
what?
with
You're
the
right.
steroid.
Where is the flavor? No, it's corrupting. It's like.
Okay, yeah, shut up.
Boom, crazy.
Zero
Zero
to
the
zero.
Spirit.
I
Goes an
love
Paladin.
Silverhand recruits. I love Silverhand recruits.
It goes an odd Paladin, and it's
Got an odd
really
Paladin,
funny and out
2-star.
Paladin. I think it's yeah, 2.
Yep.
This card
This
sucks.
card is unusable.
Yeah.
1 star. This card is
In
pretty
wild, it's
solid,
wild. In
but
wild?
like
You're
or
playing
like
pure Paladin. Oh no, you're
well,
not. No, you're not.
no, you don't need pure. You don't need pure. It's
You don't
just
need
like
pure.
like I think it's pretty solid. The issue is I don't know if it has a deck right now, just because Highlighter Paladin runs a lot of neutrals. But like
Mhm.
I'm gonna give it 2 stars because 4 health is kind of a lot. 4 health Ziliax is kind of good.
I'll agree with that. Target
Um,
dummy plus Celiax. Oh my god.
I can see like if Ziliax had 2 health, like it'd be running more deck because it doesn't have a cannon shot. And it actually gives you 6 health. It's relevant. Promotion 3 stars.
Funny enough,
I guess it's 3 stars just because it's like probably the best card in Odd Paladin,
probably.
or one of the best cards in Odd Paladin.
The curve of tour guide on 1 into double promotion turn 2.
That's awful. That's so bad. I mean, that's like 1 star all time. This card. Serious spell 1 star. That's how you get this card. Great Hall. 2 stars.
Yeah,
Just because
alright.
getting that effect is super good, especially for big games that cheap out.
Yep.
Like you can just like playing this against like warlocks, like pain warlocks, you can just like neuter their giants. That's
Yeah.
like super strong. I think 2 star. I don't know if it'll have a deck. I don't think even
I'll say
Paladin's
2.
great.
It could fit.
Death and Taxes
Like,
could fit it in.
control.
Control
Can
Paladin
they?
could put it in. Well, I mean, it's against 1-drops. Like you're using it on your 1-drops is pretty solid. It has 3
Yeah, it
uses,
is. It is. Yep.
so I think it's fine.
Solid.
And also Crab Rider.
Can come down
Like
turn
Crab
2 as
Rider,
well.
it gives you like 4 extra bunch of
Okay,
damage.
Let's
sorry,
stop
I
talking
wasn't.
about
I
Crab
wasn't
Riding.
paying attention.
Yeah, you don't worry about it. It's Paladin. I know you don't care about Paladin.
Well,
But begin,
not good enough.
it's not good enough. Wow, I don't. It's
Also,
like
it's the Eden
slow.
card.
Yeah, so like I hope it's 1 star. It's 1 star.
Yeah. Goes crazy.
This card's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Like
Striggle chili, except 1 mana and has 2
like
attack.
being able to fill in your curve is super good.
Mhm.
If you don't have that, and also their cards that synergize with things. I'm gonna give it 2 stars. I'm gonna give it running on Paladin. Pretty much every guy Paladin list. It's because Silverhand recruits a little.
Silverhand recruit synergy is what I've
Okay.
noticed. Okay.
Priest.
I love Priest. I love
Elegos. 3-star.
Oh yeah, because combo priest.
It'll enable a combo priest, but it'll be put in the
It's actually
minion
not that
focused
strong,
combo
yeah.
priest because
hmm
the current combo priest that's good right now is like the cringe non-interactive potion of madness. Steal your minion, buff it
Yeah.
twice.
I think you can get cards to like really high health with this card, but
Yeah, no, like it's
and attack, but
it lets you like yeah. I mean, you can cut or 5 if you want
it just
because there's already bless in the game.
But
makes every rage revive.
That's I think like it's interesting because you can close out games with Apotheosis on a minion. Like I think just the whole archetype of board-based combo priest makes you don't even need to get the inner fire combo off, and you can just put an Apotheosis minion on the board and then just win because it has like 12 attack.
Exactly.
So I think 3-star just because it enables the archetype. I don't think that archetype is going to be great, but I think it's going to be pretty solid.
3-star works.
Actually, I go 4 stars. I go 4 stars.
I think
I'm gonna
4 stars
stick
actually
3.
I think it'll be one of the best cards in that deck. That's going to be around
that card.
2 3.
It'll be good.
I'm still
Not for
I'm
like
sticking with
any
3.
of my Priest decks
1 star.
but-
Actually, because the people have been playing Shadow Arena Priest with this, right?
They have? I haven't seen that.
It's like 1 star. It's not very good. It's like it's not the
1
worst
star
thing ever.
Unless you have Fakers APM, and then it's 5-star.
Like it's really funny with combos.
Yeah.
It's also sometimes relevant, but also stealing is really inconsistent, and there aren't many steal cards that are super good in your deck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go 1 star. Moonbeam said a lot of people don't like this card at all.
2 health. So I don't care.
I think it's interesting.
In
Like,
Wild, it doesn't seem that good.
it's interesting in a format with Deathlord. I think is like why it would be considered, and also because you can.
You can just
Because
copy the big stats that you've gotten.
yeah, like it's sort of I think it's a one of win more card in that deck. Like what I'm envisioning is
I
like
can agree with that.
Deathlord Pelagos with like Crab Rider, Shadow or Devourer, like double Apotheosis, like Samuro deck, where you're just like just trying to like auto win the board against every board based deck, and it gives you a target, so they have to like choose between 2 minions to kill, and then the next turn you set up for your like inner fire.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
It's like I can see one of this card, especially because like you have things like Fall Rating to reduce the cost of it to 3, which is a lot more workable.
Mhm.
Until minion. So I think it's I'm gonna give it 2 just because of that.
I will agree with 2.
CS Visitor, 1 star.
Garbage. Yeah, 1 star.
Clean the Scenes, 1 star.
bad. If it
Just
was
because
used to
it's
control the
just
board.
better. Just play Nathria and Wild.
hmm
Mutual Return, though, I think this is really good.
Good card.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's 3. I think that's gonna be the main reason. If a board based priest like tempo deck comes around, it's gonna be because of this
Oh
card.
yeah,
That's why it's good.
entirely.
Like just because it's too raw, it
Free
allows
free
you.
hand of a dolls. That's
Yeah, like it's super solid. I think it's. I think it's
pretty strong.
okay. I'm gonna say 3 stars just because it enables that archetype. Listen
Yeah.
for me.
One star.
I really like this card a lot.
It's so funny, but like,
This
what
is-
star?
yeah.
Just
It's
just
okay, 1
get off
star.
the screen. What star?
Partner
What
crime, 1
card
star.
is this? Like, I don't even remember what card this is.
It's not loading. It's
Summon a copy of this minion. Okay, no. Yeah.
Nope, partner in
star.
crime will not load.
Partner
Identity theft.
crime, you can Cathedral of Time with partner crime, but still, it's not that
That's
great.
great. That doesn't matter.
Like
Identity theft. Discover a copy of it. Oh. That's not good.
yeah,
That's not good.
1 star, 2 star. I think you could. It's like
You could find a way to put it in a deck as a one of.
yeah,
Probably.
you put it in like Reno. No, it's cool.
It's not.
I'm gonna give it 1
Boy.
star. It's a 1 star. I don't think this card is any. He's
say
playing any
2.
deck that's good.
I'll say 2. I feel like it could slither its way.
Okay, Rogue.
Ektor Draka. Thinking 4 star. 4 or 5.
I don't.
Not 5. No, 5 sounds way too high.
I don't
it's a
think.
4-star
I don't think.
card.
I don't know how I feel about the whole middle framework thing.
I think it feels similar to Spectral Pillager.
I think
Except
Spectral
better.
Filter's better.
I think Spectral Pillager's worse. I think this combo goes off sooner and has more, and it can go in multiple times.
I don't
I think this
think
combo is susceptible to Flurgle Tox, Board Freeze, Gigafin, Eat. Like I think it definitely was one of the most powerful deck in the Theorycraft streams, but that's just because the meta was very limited.
People are
I think this deck is run over by Pirate Rogue. I think this deck is run over. I think this deck beats Warlock. I guess unless they draw Finn. I think this deck just gets destroyed by Shaman and Druid with like Poison Seeds and board clears and freezes.
I think literally just because it's a weapon, it doesn't. Besides Shaman, still.
They run like
They can
Rustroot's
run-
like super easy to tech in. I think
I don't think it's easy.
I
It's
like-
not easy attacking a druid.
I don't like Draka.
specifically, but
I like the
like
potential of
the-
Stinson Graveyard in a secret rogue.
mhm.
Because like I think I will talk to you later. I think bouncing back and forth a Ghastly Gravedigger is a way better way with
I still
Potion Devolution.
I still solidly believe that it's better than Spectral Pillager.
Okay, I think it's
Maybe
better.
not by
Okay,
a
fine.
ton,
I'll say
but
it's better than Spectral Soldier. But I'd say
I
it's
don't feel like
a
Spectral
deck
Pillager.
I would compare it to Quest Rogue. Where like turn 4 or 5, getting a bunch of stats out, killing them next turn if they can't deal with your board. That's what I compare it to. I think Quest Rogue's better in higher Legend when you know what you're playing against.
Mhm.
I think this deck is funny, but I think that the Seeker Rogue package is way better because it disrupts your opponent does.
Wait, hold on. I didn't see Halkias.
It's the next Draka. I'm gonna say 3 stars.
I still think 4.
I think it's gonna be I
I
think it enables an archetype that isn't very good.
I honestly I don't like the card. I think
I think it'll be
that
a
you
solid
will-
archetype.
Well, the thing is, the weapon jack is gonna be like an 18-18 or an
Yeah,
18
18-3.
on like turn 4.
Mhm.
I guess. Wait, how
I
are you
like-
gonna pull off that many cards?
Well, you play Null. Basically, it's a combo.
Yeah, null
that's, like,
combo
pretty
where you
consistent.
Play infinite nulls, or as
Yeah.
many as you can trade into your enemy board.
Yeah, I think it has such a problem against decks that don't play minions and decks
That
that
is
are
true.
Warlock and Shaman. Whereas like Quest Rogue doesn't have that problem, and like Quest Rogue is a pretty solid deck just because it just demolishes anything that is a Pirate Rogue. in like High Legend. Like you see that all the time in the High Wild Legend.
That's fair.
And so like I think this deck is really cool. But I'm gonna give it a 3 stars just because it isn't that good.
What is tier 3 right? Hold on.
We full Tempo Storm.
Yeah, Tempo Storm, Meadow
Like-
Snapshot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Calculus 1 star. I think this card's terrible.
Yeah.
Calculus is pretty bad, but it's funny. And
It's fine.
if there's one thing I know how to do, it's to make value cards work for no reason.
It's funny. Especially if you like duplicate its death rattle. Or like for triggering its death rattle rather. It's not good though. Ghastly Gravedigger, I think this is a 4-star card. I think the Secret Rogue has really good tools because they have the 1 mana 1/2 like bouncing
Blackjack.
unit custom. Like you have so many good tools in Secret Rogue and a lot of draw now that it's like really feasible to make it. Let me add the what's that made?
A disruption-based secret rogue. Crazy.
But yeah, it's like well, like you have and this is obviously not a final version, but like you have like Sonya Knoll tradable cards, but like you have Blackjack Stunner, you have Shadow Jeweler Renard, just completely scam people out of games, which is still a pretty relevant card if you're able to get it going. And then I chose to run Edwin for the Knoll stuff because like the idea is you rob people of their removal, you Potion of Illusion, like Edwin Lotheb, Ghastly Gravedigger, or Blackjack Stunner, and you just run them out of resources, build up a board, kill them. But like I think Ghastly Gravedigger is so much better than Wild and is in Standard because you're
cards are better.
Because cards are better.
Yeah.
Because cards are better.
It's
Being a good card
know.
is actually like game winning.
Like yeah, you
about
can
the
like
stats
completely
of it.
scam people.
That's all I'm saying.
It's pretty good aggressive stats for the cost.
I'm very aggressive.
Pure Tormage? Oh my goodness.
Like I think this is like 4 stars just because it makes Secret Rogue good. A tier 3 deck. I don't think Secret Rogue's gonna be like insane, but I think this is gonna be the best card in the tier 3 deck that is Secret Rogue. So
I
it's
can
4
imagine
stars.
that. I can see that.
Could be.
I'll say 3.5 though.
Genuinely can't tell. Okay, what's next?
This is the 3rd worst secret in the game. That's all I have to say. It is a better than Eye for an Eye and Frozen Clone.
Okay,
No,
it's
no.
like it's better than like half of the Paladin secret.
No, okay.
Five out of 5.
Because they still play the mana. For
But this is 2
playing the
mana. But this is
minion,
but secret seat. But Paladin secrets are 1 mana.
5 out
That
of
is
5.
true.
flavor
Okay,
stars,
it's
I guess.
better
This is
than
2
a
mana.
third
No,
of
no.
the Hunter
No,
secrets.
no. Just
Let's
think about
put
the
it that
flavor.
way.
Think about the flavor, though.
No,
Look
but you
how
play
flavor
you play
full that
Bad,
card is.
but you can't say it's one of the
No, no.
top 3 worst.
No, the
secrets
flavor
in
doesn't
the
make sense
game.
if the battle cry didn't go off, then it's so bad that the battle cry goes off. Like it's a detriment. You're basically bouncing a minion for your opponent for them to use
Does the
again.
battle cry go off?
Yes, the battle cry
Does.
goes off, then they get put in the 0/4 sack, and then when you kill the sack, it goes back to
Returns
their
it
hand without a cost reduction, without a cost increase on it, and so they can play it again and get the battle cry again.
That's
Like
actually
it's so bad. Like it's so bad. It's 1 star.
I don't think it's top 3 worst. I don't think it is.
Okay, fine. Okay,
It
what's
is
the other one?
bad. I will say it's
What's
1
the Sacred
star.
Trial? Sacred Trial's worse. 4
It is.
stars. 5 or 4. Top 4.
There has to be like 10 secrets worse than this. But
No.
anyways,
There's like
still
6.
1
There's
star.
like 6. There's like 6. There's probably 6.
Probably 6.
I'll settle with 6. Okay.
6 for it.
Sensei Graveyard. I again like
Rate
Killer Jock.
this
I
part
think 3 stars. Same.
Yeah, I rate this part of it 3 stars. I think the weapon is better than the ghost.
Weapon is better than Ghost. Ghost is interactable with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
Goofy.
I'm straight at Bone Spike.
This is good.
This card's really hard to evaluate.
It's not good.
I
I
don't
feel like
think it's
cards
good.
that
actually,
are like this
I
are not
disagree.
good.
I think it's not bad.
It's only good against
It's
against decks. Yeah, but you have to kill a minion
You have to
to
run
get
this
the
card in your
reduction.
deck.
Yeah.
That's
It's
the thing.
also I think a downside of this card is it is this turn, not just in general.
It also can't hit face,
Yeah.
so like it doesn't even have that flexibility. I'm gonna give it 1 star.
It's I
It's
think 1.5
arguably
would
better
be-
than. It's arguably better than Eviscerate. That's it.
I'd give it prep, and that's it.
I'd give it
but
1 star.
Eviscerate is
I'd rather
so
run
good
prep
with
rather.
tools. Yeah, that's true.
Throw shadows. I didn't see much of it. Is this card good? You haven't seen this card, okay?
I did see the card. It's pretty mid.
What if you run this at
really
Pirate
mid.
Rogue and you draw 2 copies of Cutting Class?
See, that's good. I don't think you have. I unironically don't think you have space.
Like I'm gonna give it 2, just because it's kind of funny for like getting poisons or Cutting Class in Pirate Rogue. But I don't think that's good.
I don't
Like,
think it's good enough.
I can see people experimenting with
I'll
that.
say 2, yeah, as well. See, experimenting.
I don't think it's good enough.
Cause not good. Not good enough.
It's like 2 stars.
Four
Like it's
cost combos
fine.
that aren't like
You say
I would say
elements
its
wrong, but
effect
it's
is worse
elements is
than
not good.
it's worse than freaking Vilifying Slayer's combo.
Yeah,
So and it's 1 mana less.
it's not. It's
That's
not
not
good.
worth.
Yeah, that's not. I think it's 2 stars because it's not. I think it's better than Valentine Slayer. I'll say that.
Well, the card is the
Yeah.
combo effect.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
that's right.
also it is a 4-cost combo card, which is just very awkward. I don't.
I think it's
4 costs. That's the edge of being playable for combo.
yeah.
I'll say
Yeah.
that.
I'd say
No, no, no.
I'd say
It's
2
like-
stars. I think it
But the
gets
combo
cut.
effect
it is
itself
not
is not
unplayable.
worth
It's
it.
just yeah.
Yeah, I give it 2 stars.
It's a high cost, and the combo is just not.
I think it's
Big situation. I think 3 stars. Like
3
it's
stars.
it's super good.
That's
It's gonna run Seeker main. See it. I say double cross. Like I want to almost give this 4 stars, but I think 3 stars. Like it's insane
What?
draw.
I think 4. I think it's just better dirty trick.
Yeah, it's better than Jones. Like if your deck doesn't spend all their mana, it's a bad deck.
Yeah.
I want to win the game. It's not a good wild deck.
Mhm.
That's not a bad secret at all.
That's probably Rogue's best secret.
Mhm.
It's because it's really solid.
Shaman.
Evolve Shaman is so bad.
So bad.
1 star.
1 star.
It's so bad. Stone right? It's like
2
2
star because
stars.
I'm scared of totems.
Totem.
No. Okay. So
Totem synergy
Not
is
as
just
in like I'm
funny.
scared that totem decks will be good next expansion because they probably won't. But every time I see a totem deck, I'm just like, okay, I have to play it like it's freaking token druid, and I don't. That's like that's
Yeah,
heart
but-
palpitation
yeah.
inducing.
I think
Totem decks are just funny. Like you're gonna have a good time if you're playing a totem deck most of the time.
I'm gonna say 2 stars, just because I don't think Even Shaman was great, but this is like
Yeah.
I'm putting it 3.
2 stars. I think it's 2 stars. I think it's 2
Two.
stars.
Most
Try
stars.
more.
I think this is 1. I think it's 1.
Uh,
I think this card's really bad in all the existing forms
If
of
Rita
Shaman.
Shaman was still super prevalent, I would rate it higher. But that's
Yeah, but it's not.
If Evolve Shaman was an actual thing.
Evolve Shaman is so bad.
Yeah.
it is a
I think this is 3 stars. This is. I don't think because like Even Shaman was a
It's not
tier 3
hard to
deck,
get
but
that down.
Gigantotem and Carving Chisel we'll talk about later are the 2 best cards in Even Shaman alongside whatever the 4-mana weapon is.
Splitting
like,
Axe.
Splitting X. But like this card's insane. Like you get this down super early, especially with a new 2-mana
Yeah, that's what I
weapon.
was
Like
thinking.
it's but again, Even Shaman has a lot of problems, one of which is board or one of which is just refill. Like it doesn't have like any draw
It
or
has-
any way to do anything after the board gets cleared.
Yep.
So I'm gonna say 3 stars because it's gonna be super good in that deck, but I don't think that deck's good. Quite a favorite totem, 1 star. So it sucks. Mud Pools
Agreed.
is
1
the worst. It's the worst location. I'm gonna
It
go
is
out. I'm gonna
easily-
say that it is
it's easily
easily the
the
worst
Hold on.
location.
Do locations cost
mutate.
anything to trigger their ability?
No,
Nope.
Okay. I mean,
It's mutate.
no.
Mutate is not a good card.
No. It's worse than normal evolve because you
Yep.
get evolve can evolve a whole board of things for 1 mana immediately.
Mhm.
This card has you can evolve it 1 minion every other
Yes.
turn. Like it's so
It's
bad.
a-
I mean, like you're playing Doppelgangster, you evolve
It's
one of
official.
them.
Mutate actually costs 0.33 mana. No way.
Mutate is better than Mud Pools.
that's crazy.
And you actually do run mutate because of Moog the Flesh Shaver.
I don't know why they're.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're pushing evolve so heavily.
I mean, it's cool. I mean,
It's
it's
a fun
it's
mechanic,
cool.
I
And
mean,
it'll probably get
it's
better
not
in standard.
good.
I hope it will, but I just
It's been some of the best decks in the game have
yeah.
been Evolve in the
Shaman.
past.
okay.
Like it will Doom Evolve Shaman, with Desert Hair
The
Oh,
weapon,
sure.
and then mid-range
and
evolve
the
from
weapon, and
back in
end
End of Kobolds?
of Kobolds.
Post
There's
yeah,
there's one in
post
there's one in
Q5.
KFC token Shaman was still prevalent from like
Didn't,
Aurora meta.
didn't Witchwood get a lot of evolve support?
Uh,
I remember.
All I remember is Shutterwalk Shaman and
they got
Haven
mutate.
Shaman.
They got
Yeah.
mutate. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Can't make convincing disguise. Not great. This is the funniest art in the game. I love this.
It
This
really
card is
is.
so funny. This card is so fun.
But it's really bad.
But it's
It is not good at
no,
all.
no, you can duplicate. It's really funny because you can if you're playing Brucon, cast twice.
Oh, that's true.
The quest line rather.
If you're playing Brucon, you might as well run the Sapphire Spellstone. Honestly,
The quest.
The quest line. That's
Yeah.
all I'm talking about because it's an overload quest.
Okay, Crud Caretaker. Oh wait. Actually, I'm gonna show you the token. It's really funny. Token's really funny. It's a canonical Poo Elemental.
No.
Yeah, 1 star.
1 star.
Carbon Chisel 3 stars.
That's good.
It's ridiculous and even Shaman.
I will use the bathroom.
Okay.
You
Blade.
can't do that.
Why would this is the best class card?
Yeah,
This is the best.
Rafam is funny. I'm more Rafam good. That's all that I
Good.
care
This
about.
is his playlist.
I should be a Warlock player. I'm a Warlock player at heart. I think.
You should make a Farm deck, the 7/7/8, that changes your hand deck to lesser.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know. That requires me to play.
Yeah, there's a lot of fights you can do in that class.
I know, but like, I already have my classes, and that requires me to branch into yet another class.
I don't know why you play Shaman.
Shaman is funny. That's why.
I wouldn't expect you to play Shaman.
Why?
It's one of the least fun classes.
Murlocs are hilarious.
They're not. Murlocs are not
Murlocs are so funny.
Your
Got a
funny
little-
meter is.
You got a ton of little fish guys, and they're just going crazy.
They used to be funny, not anymore.
But you
Ever
get to, like,
since they
observe
added
them
clownfish, it's not funny.
Okay, yeah, true. Clownfish is not very funny, but it's just really, really good.
It's broken.
Clownfish is like not funny at all, but it's just
It's the best card in the deck.
yeah.
Now you can play
I think how it started was I packed Lurgle,
mm,
and I was like, you know what? Yeah, sure. I'll see what I can do here, and then I was able to do white a bit.
yeah.
And then I also
have you seen
I got the Murloc hero too.
oh
Yeah.
there's what is that?
What we really need to do is we need to read the
Gaming.
This is the rewards track. You get a free Castle Nathria.
Let's go.
Oh, okay. Cool. What are the heroes though? That's what I
Free Murloc.
I know I've like seen them.
Yeah, we'll look at it later.
There's art. There's like what's the priest one is really good.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Good
Oh yeah, carving.
Warlock. Aim King
Oh.
Rafam. He has really funny voice lines. Like
does,
when he's playing
so good.
when he's not infused. He what is he like? What does he say? He's like I know that when he's
They're pretty
infused.
long as
When he's
well.
infused, he's like, finally minions that obey me. And the one before, it's funny. I like Rafam a lot.
Rafam, goofy. Love him.
That card kind of sucks in WoW.
More
I think
Rafam.
I think a lot of the imp synergies are really good in WoW, but I think that one sucks.
Yeah, Imp King definitely.
Lady...
Wow.
Okay, Lady Dogfang. I don't think it's good enough for WoW.
Not good and wild.
Okay, Tome Tampering. Let's talk about that last.
Let's
Let's talk about that last. That's like that's
Okay.
too complicated. Okay,
Oh my god.
Impending Catastrophe and Vile Library are actually
They're
ridiculous.
so good.
Even
They're
for Wild, like they're insane.
2-mana draw 5 a lot of the time.
Like it's
2
like
mana give a
it's
minion
ridiculous.
+5/+5.
It's a lot of
Like
imp synergy.
these are
Mhm.
like I'm gonna say these are 4 stars. I'm gonna say give them
Also,
both 4 stars.
imp
I
synergy
agree.
is just demon synergy by default too, which is another pretty solid thing.
It's interesting the decks people are building up off of that, but yeah, like I think I'm gonna give both 4 stars. I think they're insane.
Yep.
Actually, I'm gonna give Impending Catastrophe specifically 5 stars because I think it has implications in Mechathune Warlock as a way to power draw.
Oh,
That's
you're
true.
right.
I think I'm gonna give it 5 stars. I think it's a
That's it.
insane draw engine for a Warlock that can be used in a bunch of different decks.
Yeah. Imps are super easy to summon.
Okay, Mr.
Yeah, it's a
Mr.
really
Imp
easy system.
explosion.
You can summon them for 1 mana with a tradable. Like
Yeah.
with Devious Imp 1 star, it's like I mean like it's good, but like I think like it'll be running like the Galakron Imp Synergy Warlock, which is like kind of funny.
Yeah.
Also, these cards are probably gonna get nerfed in the future.
Oh yeah, Pending
Like
and Vile, definitely.
I could easily see them getting nerfed.
Suffocating Shadows.
It's like 1 star. Like I don't even think it's that good in
Discard.
discard.
I think
It's not that good. It's
Yeah.
really bad in discard.
Yeah.
Honestly.
it is a very
It's
bland
just
card.
Fist of Jiraxis. Most of the time, it's Fist of Jiraxis that can't go face, and
Yeah.
that's not what you want.
Pending Shadows, Shadow Waltz.
We don't need to talk about the card. This
1
card's
star,
not-
Shadowborn. Okay, Darkest Hour. Hear me out. Darkest.
You have to run this card in Darkest Hour Warlock. That's the problem with that plan.
Okay, well, you're getting a whole board of other stuff. You have like Neptulon now. It's 1 star. Flustered Librarian also 1 star.
Yeah,
that just means it takes a space from
Flustered-
Non's
if Flustered
hands, bro.
Librarian-
What's the point?
If Flustered Librarian was an imp, it'd be good, but
It'd be broken.
it'd be
It'd be a 2/3.
It'd be a 2/3.
yeah,
I
exactly.
mean,
Okay.
even without it,
Crazy.
it's pretty solid.
Tome Tampering
Or
is
well, it'd be for like
really good. People are
Insane
running.
implications to discard Warlock.
And also, people are running Malchazar's Imp with Imp Synergy and Pending Catastrophe Vile Library, which is Tome Tampering. They run Neptulon, they run Sire Denathrius, they run Goldshire Knoll, they run Giants, and it's just like a solid deck because you have Vile Library to give you ridiculous early power. You have a Pending Catastrophe to draw everything after you shuffle into your deck. And you just have a bunch of big minions to draw. So I think it's a 4-star card. I don't think it's as good as Impending Catastrophe, but I think it'll. I'm playing that deck. I'm playing that
Potential to
deck.
just screw your opponent.
Yeah, I'm playing that deck.
Alongside some other cards.
That's gonna be one of my day 1 decks. Is that one right there? It's because it's super solid. Just like I don't think it'll be as broken as everyone's saying, but I think that's just like a super solid deck. It's just like just cheesing people.
I don't know. I think Warlock's just gonna be pretty scary this expansion.
I think it depends. I think Tome Tampering can miss horribly.
Well,
Yeah,
no, I
also
think
that.
it mainly depends on Tome Tampering, Impending Catastrophe, Vile Library, and Imp King.
I don't think
not
Imp King
as
is really
much,
bad. Imp King's really bad.
but only because of the synergy with.
I don't think you run it in that type of deck.
Really?
Like, what's interesting is with Tome Tampering, you shuffle 1-cost copies of like Giants and Goldshire Knoll, so that when you draw them, there's 0 cost. Also, if you're running Mountain Giants and Goldshire Knoll, they have hand synergies for you drawing all your cards with a Pending Catastrophe, even if you don't have Tome Tampering, so you can still play them.
So, I mean,
it's super solid. And you just have Depth to Line, you can just troll people.
Tome Tampering is a very.
I think it's 4 stars. I think it's super cool. I think it makes discard Warlock better. I don't think discard Warlock's very good. I'll say that, even with this card.
I don't know.
Because like the issue is it's hard to stick a tight out of people nowadays. With Pirate Rogue.
Yeah.
A warrior.
Oh.
Sadly, Remornia. Okay, I think Remornia is 1 star. It has
2?
No.
I think it's 2.
It's really hard to put. Like, believe me, I've spent literally hours making decks, and there's just so many cards you want to put in to Enraged Warrior that Remornia doesn't make the cut.
Have you thought about putting Renathal in it?
I'm crafting Mornia.
Okay,
What?
but Renathal.
I'm okay. Renathal and Rage Warrior is awful because sometimes you don't hit your risky skippers and lose the game. like I thought about that. I definitely did. The Harmonia, it's really cool, and I think it's has implications in Odd Warrior. I'll say 2 stars just because it has implications in Odd Warrior. Because at the end of the day, it's like a really big weapon that has like it basically the really good amount of durability. Right, good when hand buffed.
Oh
But
my
still,
God,
I just don't think there's enough.
it's
There's
lit.
enough room to run
Love
it. I'd say Olgra is 2 stars. Because
Oh,
she comes on faster as a top end. And she's really good when hand buffed. If you're there's like 2 minutes on the board and she has conditioning, it's it's like face damage.
Mhm.
Like that's what it is. It's just like a face damage card that'll stick later, so you can draw. Again, like I don't think it's that good. Like actually, I'm gonna go 1 star for both of them. Very sadly, I'm gonna go 1 star for both of them. I just think there's way better cards to put in that archetype.
Bird of Pride.
I'm gonna craft both of them. Let me tell you what. Burden of Pride is super good in a bunch of different decks because you get below 20 health in a warrior very easily.
Also, yeah, it's. I mean, even without the 20 health, that's like.
Okay, it's pretty bad without 20 health.
I mean, yeah, but it's like not.
It's really bad without
You
20
think?
health.
Okay. Maybe.
But like,
But
It's Stegodon split
Yeah.
into
oh,
1/3s.
no, actually, never mind.
like it's pretty solid. In any slower warrior deck, I would run it in any slower warrior deck. I wouldn't run it in rage warrior, but I would run it in a
And
slower
it's
warrior.
not bad for like self-damage stuff either.
Again, I just think the list is too tight to run that card in that deck.
Probably.
Same reason why Riot isn't in there. Burden of Pride 2 stars, Riot 2 stars because it enables ETC Warrior a little better, but like that's it. It's too weird because you want to be doing most of your damage with Risky Skipper, Blood Boil Brute, and Rage Warrior.
I
I'd
would
say
not
2
know.
stars.
I'm not a warrior.
There's just not enough card slots. Suspicious Pirate 1 star. Conqueror's Banner 1 star, even though I like that card a lot. Sanguine Depths 4 stars.
4.
This 4 stars.
I was saying 3.
Or
No,
like this
I mean-
card is like it enables so many things in Warrior. Just being a ping 3 times is really solid with Warrior removal that they already have access to. I mean, you can kill 1 health mains, which is fine, and also it enables. It's like one of the reasons why Rage Warrior is like good.
View to act.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say because Sanguine Depths and Anima Extractor are 2 stars because they're the best cards in a tier 3 deck. I would say.
Yeah.
And Vitax again, just not enough room. It's a really good weapon, but there just isn't enough room. I don't think. And it makes your setup for the pre-Risky Skipper pop-up turn like weird. And if you have like an Ankar, it gets weird. And like infusing 3 things only happens after your Risky Skipper turn. But you want to use it, you want to before your Risky Skipper turn, and then you're just giving your minions +1/+1 during that, which can be fine sometimes, but just isn't worth it in a lot of cases. So I'm gonna say 1 star. Am Extractor 4 stars. It's the entire reason this deck works.
Yeah.
Along with Sanguine
Reviving
Depths.
in Rage Warrior.
Sanguine Depths and Anima Extractor completely revive the entire archetype.
I think. Yeah. Well, we know you have an anime extractor poster on your wall. So.
Yeah, but like you even like bias, even like warrior bias aside, like this card is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's making your risk turns actually do something. And Crazy Red's 3 stars. It's going to be included in that deck because you can
Gets
ping it.
charged.
You can ping
crazy.
Stats for the cost.
You can ping it with Sanguine Depths and
Buff
skip.
it
You can
and copy it and so much.
Yeah, because I think what's better, what I've found out, the build that I've moved to, like this is like I've gone through like 3 more drafts since you've last seen my deck.
Mm-hmm.
But I've moved to conditioning with Wormhole Challenger as opposed. I cut Crab right. I cut Charge from the deck, and it's just hand buff cards with Olgra and Crazed Wretch, Galvangar as finishers. And like you can skip the middleman and Charge. Like you don't have to run that card. That card's like weird, and you can like Crazed Wretch blows from Mercenary on turn 5. The turn after your skipper combo turn, which is relevant.
Mhm.
I think it's super solid. So 3 stars. Oh my god, it's over.
Yay!
No
It only
way.
took us an hour and 35 minutes.
Okay, what are your final thoughts?
On the set as a whole, the expansion is really well made. I
Yeah.
don't think it's the most powerful.
I think some classes just got screwed over, but
Okay, Mage has gotten good cards for pretty much every single expansion up until this.
That's
Like
true.
that, like literally every single expansion until this. You want to talk about
also,
screwed over?
No. I'm talking mainly about like Hunter. Like, look at Hunter.
Hunter got Stonebound Garden.
Yeah, but everything else that Hunter got kind of just sucked.
Well, I mean, we're talking about standard. This would be an entirely different review.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Wild Spirits are super solid in standard.
Okay.
And yeah, I think in standard, like it's an entirely different story for every single one of these classes.
That's
but
true. Wait, where in the cycle are we, by the way? This is what?
Second expansion.
Yep.
After Second City. After Second City.
What should I make the thumbnail for this video?
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader?
Fortnite Darth Vader. Fornar!
Okay, I'm ending the recording here. Goodbye!